know, and you just live with it after a while. You go, fuck it, what am I going to do?
But that's always scary. I always read news articles like, he had this pain, and then he goes to the thing, and he has cancer, and like it always scares me.
Well, you know, if you have a pain in your fucking heart, that you got to go to the doctor. I mean, like a pain in your wrist because you fell down the stairs when you were drunk one night, and you just keep taking the leaves. You just keep taking the leaves, and you know it's not. You know how many people do not have insurance in this country? From the age of 15 to the age of 97, 70, 30 something, I didn't have insurance. So I was a Puerto Rican doctor. If I could survive without going to emergency rooms and shit, you just don't. Number two, you have the fear factor. Some people don't really want to fucking know, Lee. You know, if I have an earache for 10 weeks, not in the ear, but above the ear, and I feel a tumor there, a guy like me will say, fuck it. Before I met you, like 15 years ago, I'd say, fuck it. I'll wait for the tumor to come out and I'll die. There's people who don't want to fucking know. And then one day somebody talks them into going to the doctor, and they had like a fat ball on their head. And it was that easy. I had this thing on my neck, and every time my heart beat, the thing would swell. I didn't tell anybody. I was like, fuck it, I got cancer. I ain't gonna tell anybody. I'll just snort coke till the ball flies out of my fucking shoulder someday. And I went to a doctor. My wife, who at the time was my girlfriend, Marilyn Martinez, who died, talked me into going to the doctor. And it was a fat ball that was benign. A little surgery, and that was gone. But most people don't do that. I had a fear of needles, and I still went down there because of my cats. I liked my cats so much. I don't want to die of my fucking cats. Fuck the girlfriend. Fuck this comedy shit and my friends. It's those cats I don't want to leave behind. But there's just so many things that we tolerate after a while that we don't even know. And people must come into you and go, you know what, I had this. You were telling me a story about the lady with the knee, with the ACL. Some fucking, and you sit there and look, it's like the people who, their windshield breaks, and they'll do everything they can not to get a new fucking windshield.
Put the rag on
They'll put the rag on there, the fucking duct tape with the little eyes. You're going to have to pay me now, pay me later. Go see this fucking guy, you know?
Right, yeah, before it gets worse. I'm sure that happens a lot.
Yeah, they wait till it's
Yeah,
too
people
late.
come see you at the last resort before. Now on television, they sell, which is the worst thing in the world, because I suffer from sleep apnea. And I know that you have to go to the doctor, get a machine, and that's it. But again, not America. America now has a company who, for a thing, you'll stop snoring.
Yep.
So motherfuckers will do that. I would be the first one to do that. If I had to go to the doctor or get what? For $10.99, I could order a thing and put it on my nose and stuff. And all you're doing is worsening the situation.
Right. What's that thing I've seen a commercial for where it's like a sleeve you put on your calf and it stops lower back pain because of like acupressure? Have you seen that?
Yeah, I did
That
see
seems
that.
scary. Like that, if you have that much pain, that shouldn't just be something you like just smooth over with a sleeve on your leg.
Yeah, well, a lot of times what happens is the foot becomes dysfunctional, so the glute doesn't work, and then the back has to do a lot of the work for you. So what that does is it puts a pressure point into your calf, which will turn your butt back on, which will take away your back pain.
Okay, so it is good. So not all of it's a scam.
It's a Band-Aid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Lee asked you an interesting question about constantly learning. I'm sure you mix philosophies. I'm sure that, you have to borrow a little bit from the Chinese, a little acupuncture. How interesting. How great is that? And then you come up with your own style. When I went to see you yesterday, you spoke of a new workout you were developing.
Yeah, in the last year or so, I've had the great opportunity of having some great mentors throughout my years. Lois Laney helping me with the breathing stuff. Dr. Aaron Mattis, who does the active isolated stretching, and there's Eric Dalton, who's done some of the myoskeletal massage, and been very, very fortunate to have them in my life. But in the last year or so, I'm like, there's something different. There's something else out there. So now I'm looking at more of the structure of the body and getting the symmetrical aspects of the body. Like with you, we found that your chest was rotated in one direction, and once we started rotating it back, you were half asleep on the table, but once that rib moved, you woke up, and you're like, what just happened? And you could feel your breathing got better and all that kind of stuff. So I've been working with that. So I have what I'm calling voila, which basically means there you go. So once the body goes back into position, it becomes symmetrical. The body, it becomes alive again. And just recently, I was teaching a chiropractor how to work on me with this voila system. And he touched a spot in my head, and I had an injury when I was like 7 or 8 years old. I went off a cliff in a wagon. Who doesn't do that, right? And I hit my head and got knocked out. And he touched that spot, and a little tear came down my eye. And it was a happy tear because my body had been waiting 40 years for someone to touch it the way it wanted to go. And it was just amazing. It was the first time I actually had the treatment done to myself. So I got to feel what my clients are feeling. And it was really, really cool. I really enjoy it, and just keep learning every time I work on somebody. Like I said, I pick up something new, or my brain will be with the client, but I'll also be going, why is this happening? So I'm always pushing myself to find out what's more out there that I could learn.
Your breathing exercises help me dramatically. The one where I hold my nose, the tape on the mouth at night with the sleep apnea.
Mm-hmm.
Every night I wake up and the tape is ripped off. I bought this special yellow tape. I went to CVS. I asked them. I'd rip it off. You know why? Because my nose clogs up.
Mm-hmm.
And I even put 2 shots in my nose before I went to bed. As soon as I go horizontal, my nose shoots up. I don't know what it is. Sometimes I'm in jiu-jitsu. I just sprayed the fucking nostrils. Just fucking sprayed them. Just sprayed them before I went on the mat. I'll get on my side. And I got to tap because I can't fucking breathe.
Yeah.
Something about...
What are you spraying with?
First, I got this Flonase. Whatever. And you know what that does? Dick. Then I went in there and I said, Doc, they gave me that fucking Flonase, but it was the first of the insurance, so I paid $99 for that Flonase. So I treat that Flonase like cocaine. I hide it by the food cabinet. And if I'm in the kitchen every once in a while, I feel guilty. I just hit it just to make me feel okay because I'm a Cuban Jew. I paid $99 for that fucking nose spray. Do you understand me?
So you're gonna use every last drop, even if
Not
it
that
doesn't work?
not that I use every last drop. First off, I'm spreading it out thin. That's gotta last me like 8 fucking years, and it's just a little bottle. So I hit it real lightly, like a little Coke bump. I just hit it real, and I just put it back. My wife goes, "Why do you keep it in there?" Because it's $99 fucking dollars. You understand me? If I put it in the bathroom, I hit it every day, and I won't get my money's worth out of it. So when I went to the ear doctor this time, I said, Doc, that Flonase you gave me, I wiped my ass with that. I'm still at fucking CVS buying 3 Afrins a week. So he gave me something strong, and I put that in the cabinet because that came out to like $23. Again, I approach it with caution. I hit it twice, and that's worked okay, but an hour later, I can't take a chance with it. There's nothing worse for me than when I'm out fucking around with people. Like if I'm here right now and I go, and I can't breathe, this podcast is doomed. Because I won't be thinking about what you're saying or your words. I'm thinking about getting anxiety. We're going in like fucking Marines. You understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.